Have you ever noticed that the hardest lies to recognize are the ones spoken in your own voice? They don't arrive sounding dishonest. They arrive sounding reasonable. I'll start when life becomes less busy. This is just who I am. It's too late for me now. We repeat these quiet sentences so often that they stop feeling like opinions. They begin to feel like facts. Not because they're true, but because they're familiar. The mind has an interesting habit. It often prefers a comfortable story to an uncomfortable reality, because reality asks something of us. A story asks nothing. It allows us to stay where we are, while believing we have a good reason. Imagine living in a room with a window covered by a heavy curtain. After enough time, the darkness begins to feel normal. Not because the sun has disappeared, but because you've stopped opening the curtain. Self-deception works much the same way. It doesn't always hide the truth. It simply gives us another explanation that feels easier to live with. The quiet truth is this: growth rarely begins when we discover new information. It begins when we become honest enough to question the stories we've been repeating. Not every belief you've carried deserves to become your identity. Some were born from fear, some from disappointment, some from moments when surviving mattered more than seeing clearly. But what once protected you may now be preventing you from becoming who you're capable of being. So the next time a familiar excuse quietly appears in your thoughts, pause before believing it. Ask yourself, is this the truth? Or simply the story I've become comfortable telling? Because the most powerful changes in life don't always begin with finding a new answer. Sometimes, they begin the moment an old lie quietly loses its voice. If this truth brought you a little peace, subscribe to The Quiet Truths. Every week, we explore the quiet patterns that shape our lives, our identity, and the stories we tell ourselves. And if you know someone who's exhausted from trying to explain who they are, send this to them. Sometimes peace begins when we stop trying to win every conversation